I can't draw. Can you help me with free solutions? I don't have money. Do I have to draw my character? Cause I have a problem. I can't draw and I don't have money, so what do I do? Yeah, but to stop. You don't need to know how to draw in order to make a character sheet. You just need to know the stuff that you got taught in kindergarten, which are your shapes, your colors, and your numbers. And if you don't know how to do that, are you even old enough to be watching this video? Hi Bobas, welcome to my channel. I'm Mari, and today I'm going to show you how to make a character sheet for your VTuber. And don't stress, it's totally okay if you don't know how to draw. You honestly don't need to, because once you're done with this video, you'll have a filled out character sheet that you can either make a 3D model or you can hire a commissioner to make a live 2D model. So what do you need in order to have a character sheet if you don't need to draw? Well, you can make a whole description of what your character looks like and the personality traits, their lore. You can also use reference images to kind of give a general idea or a mood of what you want the character to look like. There's a lot of very creative things that you can do that doesn't actually require for you to have any drawing skills. So why don't I show you how to do all of that? Why don't we start with finding some reference images first? Okay, so Pinterest is a great way to find reference images for literally anything. I use Pinterest all the time to find art references, and I use Pinterest when I was trying to create some reference images for my new OC. Alright, now if you've never used Pinterest before, don't fret, it's totally fine. You just click the little sign up button up top and you can fill out your information right here. But if you don't really feel like, doing the email, creating the password or whatever, you could honestly connect your Facebook or you can connect it through your Gmail. I personally like doing that through my Gmail. It's a lot simpler. It's literally just a one click and there you go, you just sign in and you're all set. Alright, once you have an account on Pinterest, you're just gonna go up to the search bar and you can literally type in anything that you want a reference of. Now, if you've been using Pinterest for a while, they'll start to give you little ideas for you based off of the things that you've been looking at and stuff that you're interested in. But if you're a new account, chances are you're just gonna see what's popular or like whatever interest that may pertain to what you've been browsing on the internet. That's just how cookies work. Anyways, just type in the search bar, character sheets, and then we're gonna press, oh no, wait, hold on. I liked the little template right there. And then you just kind of see what pops up. You will have a lot of various images that you can kind of scroll through and just take a look at and just, see what you like. Let's see. I think I kind of like this one. Let me see this. Yeah, so I really like this. Now, if I want to save this to look at later, I just click on this save button and congratulations, you just did your first pin. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like to live their life in a chaotic mess like me, then you might be interested in clicking on the little arrow that's next to the save and then creating a pin board to help organize your pins better. You could literally make one and just label it character sheet. So anytime that you're looking at specific OC references, you could just save them all there and you'll have everything so much more organized because you can categorize so many pins like this. I have some pin boards for some art references, body poses, emotes, and a whole bunch more. Okay, so hopefully you've taken the time to look at Pinterest and you found a character sheet that you like. Now you can use it as a guide to write down some details of what you want your character to look like, what their personality traits are, any cool quirks or lore about them, and more. So get to writing, Bobas! Okay, now let's take one of these templates and start making our own VTuber reference sheet. You can either print the template and then fill out the info, or you can take the image and open it in whatever editing program you have and type or scribble the info on. Or you can honestly just write down your ideas in a notepad somewhere. I think describing your OC as much as you can will be helpful because if you're forgetful like me, then you're going to struggle describing your VTuber to any artist you want to commission later on. I'm a visual learner, so having some kind of guide that I can reference to when creating someone's VTuber character sheet is so helpful. I kid you not, I have drawn a few character references where I was basically given just a few images and some word descriptions. And this made me struggle so much when designing the character because I had to guess what the commissioner wanted. And this caused me to have to go back and redraw a lot of things, which is honestly a pain and kinda a waste of my time since I don't charge by the hour. Now compare that to someone who had commissioned me and they had a whole detailed Google document sheet describing their VTuber. This made it so much easier and faster for me to draw their VTuber. So instead of taking a whole month to draw someone's character, it literally took me just a week. Your words are your powers, Boba, so use them. You and your artist will be thankful for it. Okay, now that I have some descriptions of my character reference sheet filled out, let's go back into Pinterest and find some images that I can just paste into the Google Doc document sheet. This will give the artist or myself a better indication of the aesthetic that I'm looking for in terms of my VTuber avatar. Having images will give a much better indication of the aesthetic that I'm looking for. Since there are so many images on Pinterest, you can literally find any style or aesthetic that pertains to your OC. This is actually what people call a mood board, which helps you consolidate an idea to a particular mood or a theme. I want my mood or my theme for my avatar to be sleepy and kind of cute. So let's find some images and motifs that will add to my sleepy Neko VTuber. Okay, I think I have enough reference images that I can use to paste into my Google document sheet. So why don't we go ahead and do that now? Okay, so let's start adding our reference images in here. So we're going to go, let's do the eyes first. Why don't we go into Insert, go to Images, and then Upload from Computer. I've already labeled them all to make it a lot easier for me. So now I have it looking just like that. The mouth shape, I have an image for that too. Why don't we put that in like that? And I wonder if it's possible. No, wait, maybe I want to go back up over here. Sometimes this can be a very finicky program. All right, I think that works. Okay. If you make it a little bit bigger, you probably have more room to work with. There we go. Okay, now that works so much better. All right, so the hair. I want kind of like these twin tails, kinda-ish. For the ears, I have a specific image, but I don't want them to think that I want all of this, so I'm just gonna go to here, the crop image, and we're just gonna crop just for this part here. And that way they'll get a much better understanding of that specific star capsule. I think I have some for all the accessories here, which would be kind of like the band-aids, but I'm gonna crop that just to give a better indication of what I'm looking for. Oh, whoops, wrong one. There we go. And then I have an outfit for this. Might need to make that a little bit bigger here. And then I also have an image for this. Of course, you can always add more details and image references that you want. This is just a very basic guideline that I wanted to show you to give you a general idea of what you can do. And now I have a good character sheet for my VTuber. I hope this video was helpful to anyone who's been struggling to create a character for their VTuber, because you really don't need to learn how to draw. You could take this whole concept that I taught you and you could hire an artist, or if you want, you could make your own 3D VTuber model for free, because now you have a reference of what you want it to look like, and I have a video on how to do all of that with a bunch of free VTuber assets. So if you want to go check that video, then I will leave that link somewhere here in the cards or in my description. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and comment down below what your OC ideas are. I would love to see what your concept is, and I might even draw your character based off of the things that you write down for the descriptions in the comments. Or feel free to join our Discord if you want to get some feedback on your OC. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, Bobas!